So I'm not gonna lie, guys. I really did think that Carissa was just kind of a nut job. Not gonna lie, I did. I was like, wow, she is really about to kill her sister and other people. So it seemed as if it was all actually just an act, just a ruse. Even whenever she even tried to proclaim that she killed the knights that were, well, not bloodied up, but the swords bloodied up. Whoever the hell knows what that was, if it was even blood to begin with. She was actually trying to bear the burden of her country's sins, per se. And that's something that I am more happy to see because, I mean, I don't know, she just seemed like a goofy character to begin with. Like, whenever Toma was going to take that photo and she's, like, in there posing and stuff like that. That alone, I think, should have kind of given away her character to you. But, hell, I thought about it all the time, but I could never make up my mind either, so I wouldn't blame anyone for thinking otherwise. But to see that she's trying to actually bury herself in that tomb and just get rid of the sword and make sure no one can use it again, that's something that I just didn't expect. You know, I guess the show did a pretty good job of really making me feel and believe that she is truly a villain at heart. So that's pretty well done. I mean, I can't really complain, can't really knock it for that because it had me. You know, maybe it was not the best writing, but it had me. So, looking at everything that happened, Toma punched the shit out of her, and then we get Fiamma. I want to hop into Fiamma really at the end of this show. So this is the good, this is the bread, this is the butter of the, this arc. This is the conclusion of this arc. Moving on to the Fiamma arc next, which actually, judging by the preview, it does look like we're going to be going back to Academy City, and Toma is going to be taking a step out of the spotlight. They're putting Accelerator back in. They must really see how popular Accelerator is. Accelerator is super popular. He's getting his own side story, just like Misaka. So, super popular character. But back to the main story here, the main narrative of this video, per se. Fiamma is actually after the right arm of course, Toma's, which obviously there's more to Toma's arm than meets the eye. It's not just about canceling powers. There's something there. I mean, even, was it Akuma? No, it wasn't Aqua, but who was it? I can't remember the guy he first fought. He mentioned, he's like, do you really not know? Do you really not remember what happened with your arm? And the first episode before Toma even lost his memories, we never had him even talk about his arm. We never had him monologue. We never had a flashback after he looked at his arm or anything, something like that. So I don't know what the hell could be done with his arm. Maybe someone gave him some experiments, who knows? But other than that, I mean, I don't really know what's going on. But we also get to see that Index actually is being controlled by an item now that is basically her safety net. It's something that allows her to live daily lives. And we see that she is not even human whenever that item is in the wrong hands and the wrong buttons are being pushed on said item. So it's pretty nuts. It must have been something to keep her under control. She kind of went on her own rampage or something like that. Who knows? So that's, I don't know. There's a lot to that we don't know. There's a lot of mystery to Toma's arm, and when we look at Index, she's a character to where we know she's just she knows all the secrets, she knows all the spells in the world, so obviously that's why they want to use her. Maybe it's summoning magic to summon that angel, who knows? But Toma actually is gonna leave Index and Styles hands for now, so who knows what Toma's going to do. Maybe he's going to try to find out about his arms. I'm not really sure. Maybe if he does not remember a lot of stuff, maybe you should ask his parents about his arm. Maybe they do know something, right? I mean, unless he was kidnapped and they did something to his arm, but I just can't imagine that to be true. So other than that, though, we have William versus Carissa. This is really the fight, and Kanzaki and the butler. Pretty good stuff there. So the thing with that fight is I did actually enjoy the animation that was going on. It wasn't necessarily crazy animation. One of the better scenes of animation in the series. I mean, probably outside of Aqua, the Rear versus Kanzaki. But nonetheless, it was cool seeing those three team up. Three just big bads. Some of the strongest in the series. Probably 3 of our top 5 strongest characters in the series that we've seen to date, right? Just go off and fight, and actually seeing, Carissa hold her own for a little while. That's pretty cool. That was pretty crazy. So, I mean, yeah. Index, Certain Magical Index, Season 3, Episode 14. Pretty good job. I liked it. But what did I think of the actual arc in and of itself? Whenever I look at this arc, guys, I think it was an arc that was not necessarily the best work by no means, but it was an arc that contained a lot of characters, which one, they messed up on because they never even expanded. I'm like, who's the girl on the train? Like, you have these characters in the opening, you make them play such an important role of getting Cortana, but then you dispose of them without even telling us anything about them. So for me personally, I'm just kind of like, well, what was the point of even introducing them just to get the sword there? I was like, if you weren't going to use your characters, you could have wrote them in way better than how they did, especially the Kirito, oh man. So especially Toma meeting the girl on the train, like, you're making that a moment of emphasis. Why did you never expand on it? You know what I mean? You're making these characters a moment of emphasis by putting them in the opening per se, but you never even expanded on them in the slightest. You gave them what? 30 words of dialogue, and that was it. So I want to know who those characters are. Obviously they're strong, obviously they have powers, obviously they're working for Carissa. So why did you never expand upon that? So other than that though, the fluidity of the whole arc was kind of off for me. It was too fast per se, or it wasn't too fast. It just wasn't ever. It was never descriptive. You like it once again with the characters and some other stuff. It didn't go enough in depth to really give us a full grasp of what was going on. Yes, we see what's going on screen, but what's the background info? You know, why are these characters fighting for? Like, why are those girls fighting for Carissa? Why? You know, what is their determination? What's the resolve? Where does it come from? So that's something that I also would like to say. But other than that, though, you guys have been hexed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me to X25. I will see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.